Good evening, everyone. We are back with another episode of our Let's Play for My Time at Portia. Today we are going to be spending a little bit more time in the desert. We are working on finishing out our fish collection for the museum, as well as building Lara for Ack. And I think we are doing some commissions for the desert tunnel. So those are sort of our big tasks, our big current points of focus. And aside from that, we are looking to earn some more money, expand our workshop a little more, and start really focusing on some of the relationships with the different people there in town. So, as we get started, this is our first day of a new episode. We're going to take a look at our missions and just make sure that we're on the same page for all of those. You know what we're looking for. Let's go into this. We've got a couple of skill points we could spend. So we've been actually working on doing social things. And in particular, some of these later social events or options are quite lucrative, so we may get into those, but to get there we have to fill in some of these earlier ranks. Now we'll go ahead and invest 2 more points in selling, so we'll get an additional 4% from that. Let's also take a look at our missions. So we still need to give Higgins a bunch of parts for a regrettable deal. I'm pretty sure we don't get much reward for that, so we're going to hold off on that until we're really in a good place to do it. We do need to make dog food for scraps. We need to buy some flour, I believe, for that. We finally got the last piece for the Lara model, so we should be able to finish that. And then we're working on the tunnel, so we are working on some ironwood planks right now. We did 6 ironwood planks in order to complete that. So, let's see what we have in the mail. Alright, a Civil Corps commission came back. And because we helped out at the inspection yesterday, we'll go ahead and sort out some of our items into storage. I do just want to make a quick check through. We got out a bunch of fish that we want to take to the museum to turn in, but I wanted to verify that we were able to get that all done. So as we pass through town, let's see what the market value price is, and then so 116. That's quite a good day. So we'll go ahead and unload some of the items we've gotten recently. We've had a ton of luck with these kingfish, so we're gonna sell off a couple of those and sell off some of these champion fish as well. So that puts us back in a pretty good place for money, up to about 20,000 goals. And then we'll head down to the museum and donate the rest of our emperor fish. I think we'll still be missing 1 emperor fish. I'm also a little curious to see what happens if we try and donate a kingfish. So we may try that out. But that doesn't open until 9. Alright, so we've got 40 minutes. Let's head up to the Commerce Guild and pick up one of the daily commissions. Alright, so we have 3 waterproof cloth for 1,000 goals, an advanced trap box for 1,500 goals, or a insulated planter box for 1,000 goals. We'll go ahead and do the advanced trap box. I think we can probably manage that. We'll head out and see what we come up with. Let's head out to the farm, and we'll take our horse into town this time, but we want to go ahead and get that Lara model finished. As we do that, we'll stop by and look at the advanced trap box, so 3 steel plates, which we have, but are actually for the Lara, so we'll need to craft those once our wooden planks are done. Now, other than that, we needed the 3 plates and a racket to complete the Lara model. Apparently we're still missing something else. 2 porcelain plates from the diner. Okay, and it looks like some of our furnaces have gone untended for a couple of days. We've been working pretty hard on some of these other things. We'll get this one. We're actually going to make a ton of charcoal. And then let's head into town. So we needed to come over here, buy 2 plates. We want to set this up at our farm and go talk to Ak. Oh, I guess maybe we need that.
Oh, but alas, take this back. I cannot back. You don't want it? Can you place it somewhere in your yard?
So he wants us to set it in our yard. Alright. So Ak will now come visit us at our yard each day. Let's head on down to the museum, turn in these fish. Hey everyone, thanks for coming out. We're also going to try donating one of our kingfish today, just to see what that does. Head up to the fish tank. Alright. So, in order to donate, we want to put the fish on the bars. Our fish. There, wise fish. We're missing frogfish, bubblefish, Goliath, and gladiator. I believe of those, we have the... I thought we had one of each, but it seems we have sold off most of our other fish. So what I do want to try here is we're going to take this catfish king and see about putting that in. Okay, so it looks like we need the kingfish rather than the emperor fish for each of these. Well, that is slightly disappointing because those kingfish are just worth so stinking much. I think we're still okay there. So I think that is all the kingfish we have. Cool. We'll see if we can't sell more of these, but it does look like we're getting some check marks next to those other ones, so we'll try and finish that up. And there is not... Can we... What can we put in the museum here? So, let's see if we have anything else we can donate. Got the tea set. Does not say it can go in a museum. I think it's only things that we can craft. There we go. So, small relic can be placed in the museum. So let's try placing this small relic. That's a crafted item. Small artwork item. Small exhibit item. I think the relics are these ones. There we go. So, we need a small... okay, hold on. Small item relic. Small item relic can't be placed here. Okay, so that's an exhibit item. Got it. Well, that's a little confusing, but we should be okay. We'll spend more time at the museum later. We want to fully unlock the secrets of the museum and sort of make it nice. But for now, we've got other things we're working on. Among them, we now know that we need we need some more kingfish. So we'll go ahead and try and get the Goliath kingfish while we're out here. So the commission we had is going to take all day. And so we are fishing for some kingfish. So we're just going to fish for a couple hours and see if we don't come up with a little bit more money. And sort of let our machines work a little bit. And then we'll head on over and sort of advance them along. Goliath is worth a fair bit. So this, I think, will be our last fish. That will get us to a point where we can go work on some other things. One thing I want to do is swing back by the Commerce Guild and see what the next few quests for the Desert Tunnel are. So we can start sort of preloading our workshop for that. And see if we can't finish all of those very quickly so that we're guaranteed Higgins doesn't take any of them. Because those are quite lucrative. And definitely a worthwhile use of our time. So let's see. So 2 steel shells, 4 wooden pillars, and 2 large pipes. So we'll see if we can't make the large pipes steel shells or wooden pillars. Needs... oh. Of course the fuel depleted. Alright, 4 hours still, so that'll be finished late tonight, but let's see what we can't come up with over here. So, steel shells. take some steel frames and steel plates. So we'll need to make 2 more steel plates for that. Let's see. Shells, wooden pillars, and large pipes. So bronze pipes we should be able to make. Wooden pillars, we needed some rope, which we'd actually made before. We can go ahead and take those. So that should give us all we need for wooden pillars and the large pipes. I believe we needed 4 wooden pillars. We need 3 more poplar wood. So let's head out into the desert and gather that poplar wood. Having a well-trained horse really makes getting around so much more pleasant. Makes the game world much more manageably sized. So the poplar wood comes from the lighter colored trees out here in the desert. This one. They also give a ton of ironwood and hardwood. Makes them worthwhile chopping just for that alone. I wonder, can we chop the cactuses? What does that give us? So some cactus fruit, some ironwood, and some hardwood. What does the cactus fruit look like? Alright. Ah, some Mysteria. Mysteria is something that's that comes up as something that people want often. It can only be found in the desert, so we'll gather up a bunch of it and just keep it in storage so that we can give it later as gifts. You'll see commissions for it, or people ask for it in a wish. What is going on with the vineyard here, I wonder? Siwa's home. Say hello. That was a freaky Mona Lisa.
So, you're the new builder, right? I'm sure.
Cool. Like Siwa grows grapes. I'm not sure how we get the map to be marked as explored. If we look at the map, most of the desert is actually still sort of obscured, and I'm not really sure how we fix that. Because we definitely come out here and explored most of it. I think we even came out and found the big landmarks that are covered up there. That's the tunnel and the quarry here. But they remain sealed, so maybe we need to make the DD stops. But let's head back into town. The ironwood planks should be finishing up, so we can go ahead and get started on the steel plates for both for our daily commission, but also for our next tunnel commission. And then it's quite a late night, so we may turn in after that, call it a night. Crops are growing, they look good. So, let's gather planks. I think we're going to need 5 steel plates between the 2 commissions. Did not mean to open up the assembly station, but while we're here, let's double check what we need for a DD stop. Some bronze plates, fiber cloth, bronze pipes, hardwood planks. So we'll get started on some hardwood planks. Just so we have all of those that we'll need. And some bronze plates as well. I think we are going to have to redirect one of our furnaces off of carbon steel. This one. Into more bronze, just to make sure we definitely have enough bronze. Okay, those are all going strong. Alright, so we managed to get the poplar wood we needed. Let's go ahead and make the 4 pillars. Need 2 large pipes. We needed 2 more steel shells, so 2 of those will come there, and then we need 2 steel frames as well. Okay, let's go ahead and turn in early tonight just to make sure that we get a good start on that tomorrow. Here we go. Tuesday.
Hey, sorry to bother you so early. We're having an issue with the Eufaula Tunnel. Could you please come by and take a look?
What kind of issue?
We're not sure. There's been multiple mini quakes since we started drilling.
Alright. Looks like there's some problems with the tunnel. Sounds like it could be dangerous. Build these steel shells. Right. We need to take this to Albert, so there you go, Albert.
This Mint fellow, supposedly he's a relative of Gale's. But Gus doesn't talk about him at all. What do you think of our design for the Portia Museum? It's way better.
Hey! Have you ever met Gus's sister? Bye-bye.
Right.
Hello? Oh la la.
Double check that our horse has plenty of food. Let's head into town. So we want to complete these commissions just as fast as we can to make sure, because Higgins will take a commission off that board, and we don't want it to be one of these if there's anything we can do to avoid it.
Right, huh? Nice.
He got one, that jerk. It's for the four wooden pillars. That's super frustrating. Went all out of our way to gather that poplar, and he just comes along and takes the commission.
Right, huh? Nice. With this, we can...
Alright, let's see what the other commissions are for the day. We won't be able to take one of these yet, but 3 shell necklaces. Looks like Petra needs gunpowder. And Civil Corps needs some rope. 18 gunpowder. Not sure what gunpowder requires. We'll check it out. May come from the blender. Let's see. I'm not seeing any gunpowder. We'll go ahead and head over to the farm shop and get that soon. Let's see, does gunpowder come out of here? Gunpowder. Gunpowder does come from the work table level 3. Oh, there it is. Okay, so 18 orders of gunpowder, then niter. We won't be able to come up with that easily. Or nitra. I'm not sure what where that comes from. I know we can plant a tree that will produce it, but that takes quite a long time to grow. Let's go ahead and gather up some more. Get started on a DD stop here. So 2 bronze pipes, 4 bronze plates, 5 hardwood planks. Some of that we have. Pipes. 4 bronze plates. Planks. Don't think we have any of the cloth with us just yet. Let's get that out. This will give us a... We'll put one of these up in the desert as we pass through over there. And that'll give us an easy way to get back whenever we get lost out there. Like we need 1 more bronze plate to get both of them up over there. Can't believe we don't have any cloth. Must just be overlooking it. We definitely have cloth. There is no way we don't have any. Yeah, we have 28 fiber cloth. Where's it at? Here's where I wish I'd taken the time to organize my storage stuff. There it is. We'll get 2 more bronze pipes going as well, so that we can make another one of those. Alright. To make the advanced trap box, take that to whoever it was that requested, I think Arlo maybe. And then we'll head into town and look for another daily commission. Actually, all of the commissions today are kind of garbage, so we might not. We might just hold off. Looks like Arlo is... Where is Arlo? Is he down? Oh yeah, he's out at the... Oh, it's Remington. Let's stop by the Commerce Guild and see what the quest there is. Then I'll head on out and see what they're doing out in the tunnel. It's from Presley.
I'm looking forward to the completion of South Block. The new museum will need to stock up on more relics and antiques. We've got a leaky spot on the roof. Can you take a...
Alright. So we'll need a marble plank to fix that. I think all of our saws are currently in use, but we'll stop by just to double check. I think we may actually have a marble plank in storage as well. We do. We can fix that up real quick before we head out to the desert. As we do that, let's another good market day, so we'll go ahead and unload some more of these fish. I'm gonna keep one of each fish to go ahead and put into the museum. Let's head up there.
Oh la la, my dear.
Painting the Lonely Windmill. So that's probably something we can go ahead and take out to the museum as well. Alright, so get out on the roof, find a leaky spot, and patch it. Go. Let's go talk to Presley.
Thank you for your help.
Alright. We are now friends, or associates with Presley. Good news. Let's head on out to the desert. See if we can't track down Remington and place one of these DD stops and then see what's going on with the earthquakes in the tunnel. So we could put the DD stop here, but I'm thinking I saw a DD stop out by the quarry, and I think that's going to be a little better because the one by the bridge is actually not far from the Amber Island stop, and so by placing one out here it's a little more far-reaching and in theory a little more convenient as well. Still does not reveal the map to us, though, so what are you gonna do?
Whoa, hold it right there. I can't let you in.
Mint wanted me to take a look as well.
No can do. Slow down. Oh no.
There's a collapse. Alright. Well, I guess I'm back, Remington. I just want to give you this trap box.
No. Can anyone hear me?
We're here!
Arlo.
Yeah, Sam and Mint are here too.
Oh, thank the heavens. You had me
Keep on worrying, we're not that okay. Mint's hurt. The collapse caused a cave.
You mean the one linking up the old mine?
Yep, that's the one. There's a locked door here. See if you can unlock it from...
What was that?
We're not alone down here. Hurry!
Sam? Come on. We gotta hurry.
Alright, I guess we've got to hurry. So I take it we're going to the old mines to help rescue them from the other side.
Did you find anyone in there?
Yes, sir. Arlo, Sam, and Mint are trapped in there.
That old mine over there? That's going to be dangerous. Here.
Do you have anything else you need to prepare? I'll wait for you at the entrance to the mine.
Alright, fine.
Ready to go? Come on. Now that the Portia Bridge has been completed, ready to go?
Alright, sure. Whatever, Remington. We'll go into the mine with you. Why not?
Before the founding of Portia, a few miners came around here to look for relics. Someone thought it was a good idea to dig into a shaft left over from the Age of Darkness. Strangely enough, it didn't work out. Take this. You might.
Alright, we got the core hammer. Take it that means we're a proper member of the Civil Corps now. Alright, we gotta explore the mine. Looks like we got some monsters over here. Tunnel worm. Okay, so we're getting some more niter. I'm not sure, nitra from those, so that's nice. I'm gonna go with that's a boss, and that this soup will protect us when we need to fight that boss. Let's head down here, talk to these tunnel worms. Some power stones and some mucus. Oh, dense power core and regular power stones as well. Oh, we should check for more minecarts. That was nice. What else do we have down here? Looks like some quicksand. Don't want to mess too much with that. More tunnel worms. Plenty of power stones, so that's something. Manganese steel bar, that's nice. Fortunately, these guys don't actually seem that tough. They don't hit very hard. They seem like they should be a lot more dangerous than they are. I'll say that. They are going down pretty easily, and they aren't doing a ton of damage to me in the meantime. Industrial engine. That's a nice find. And we're meant to cross this bridge, climb up there. Look around for anything else where we might be interested in. Seeing any treasure chests or anything.
It's a switch. We'll need some power stones. That worked.
Hey, the boss fight's opened. And so has this doorway here. So I wonder if this is sort of the shortcut path back up. And not maybe? So the path deeper into the mines remains closed. Didn't actually lose much health, so we'll try that again after the boss fight.
So these are the old shafts. Now, I know it said that there were people left underground from the old days down here. The rumors say that they're no longer here.
Alright. Well, there's that thing standing there. Chief Honcho. Oh, jeez. He is wrecking us. Trick is just to watch for his attack patterns and dodge whenever he tries to attack. Looks like we got behind him, and that'll probably do it for him. I think he'll recover from that. Don't have enough space in our inventory. But you know, we did get some money, so let's go ahead and expand our inventory a little bit. Go. Not seeing any chests or anything else. Oh, there's a chest up there. We'll check that out. Looks like we may have to go here. Looks like we have to come across from the other way, so maybe come over here. Climb our way up, around. Maybe? Sure. There's definitely a chest there. Go ahead and the soup now. Oh, it's just a stamina recovery soup. Oh, maybe here. I'm not sure. Oh, we'll get it another time. See if we can't rescue our friends. I feel like these tunnel worms are immune to stuns, but the hammer does have a stun effect that's quite powerful. Just how we're dealing with some of these other ones. It's a dead end. Now, the core hammer is one of the more powerful weapons in the game. I don't think it's the most powerful, but it's got the greatest like AoE potential. So it's definitely a good weapon to have. Alright, we opened up that last pathway now. Here's one we can get to. Let's head back down. Oh, cheers, thanks.
That's Sam's boxing glove. They must have passed through here. Sam? We must be on the right track. Come on. Advanced engine, that's new. Opens up a new pathway for us. You know, we defeated the boss at the very beginning of the dungeon. It makes you wonder if there's another boss. This is an interesting challenge. No!
Remy!
Ah!
Just
So much frustration.
Come on, we need to handle it.
Damage detected. Countermeasures deployed.
Oh, geez, that thing wrecks. Whew, finished it off.
What was that? I think it must have been awakened by our drilling. An AI machine lying dormant from the past. Like something you'd find in the periphery.
Looks like we got here in the nick of time.
You have no idea.
All thanks to the builder. We had to get through a lot of feelings to get to this point.
We were looking for a way out.
That door.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can't climb back up there. Get that treasure chest, because that's really what I want. I'm so frustrated by that. I had that thing. It was in my hand. We'll get it this time. I didn't realize you had to jump right at the end. Remington still hasn't let us turn in his commission. Alright, so carefully jump out onto the rope. Carefully walk along the rope. Carefully line up the character at the cross section and walk along the lower rope. And now jump. There we go. What do we get here? A sunny side. Alright. Suppose that's something. These dungeons are always fun. You never really know what to expect. Fortunately, they arm you pretty well, so they aren't overly challenging, per se. But I don't know, it's tough. It's a balance question, because those bosses really hit hard.
That was a scary ride.
Come on, the mayor must still be worried.
Mayor Gale!
Ah, how did you get out? How did you get out?
Long story, but we're safe.
So that's what's causing the quakes. I can't believe there are still such dangerous things. What about the tunnel? Can it...
I think so. I'll do an assessment.
Well, I'm glad everyone's all right. That's the important thing. And thank you for helping out.
Hey. Like we are friends with everybody. Hey. And apparently doing that gave us enough rep to become associates with a couple other people. Alright. So, with that out of the way, what do we want to do today? We could actually take the DD stop. Back to town and try and pick up the next commission. I'm not sure, my mouse had disappeared there, but it came back. That's good. And it looks like our horse follows us. That's cool. So let's see what commissions we can grab today. So I don't think, well, now that we did that, I think we actually can come up with the gunpowder. Let's do that. It's another nice little chunk of change for us. Head back and make up some gunpowder. Alright. They're still going. Head on over.
I just got a letter from a colleague of mine in Vega 5. They think once the new road to Sandrock is complete, with the museum up and running, we're busier. Hi. Hi. Did you discover something new? That should be enough data disks. The data corruption on the...
Alright, how many more data disks do we have? 14, so we are going to need to get some more data disks if we want to keep doing research later. Oh. Starting to get into some of the more exciting research opportunities, things to automate our workshop a little more. Okay, so we wanted to head by the farm to get some flour in order to make dog food for scraps. That's the other mission we wanted to complete today. Buy up some flour. I think at this point we can just buy some extra flour. Oh, it's pretty pricey. We won't buy too much, actually. Buy a little bit. Just in case we need some on hand for recipe or a cooking bit or whatever. Alright. Well, knowing that... So here's the question. From here, it is now 17:45 and we're going. We want to see how long it takes us to get out to the collapsed wasteland and see if that stop is worth... So if we ride on our horse and race straight out here to this stop, we get here in a little under 30 minutes. So our horse is actually faster transportation at full sprint. Now where we may not want to do that... you know, it would help if we actually made the dog food before we came out here. That would definitely help. So where we may not want to do that is for places like the desert where it's actually too far for us to go in a single sprint. But that's alright. Let's come out here and we'll make some dog. Give that a little bit of time to stew. And let's see, our bronze plate and hardwood planks. Got fuel there. Bronze plate is done. Go ahead and refuel this all the same. It's done. So let's see what we've got. We've got a ton of extra stuff here. Let's go ahead and go back into storage and sort some of this out. We have, okay, so it's a relic. Small relic. Don't think we're gonna need our boxing gloves anymore. Forged drill tip. Just gonna go ahead and unload some of these items that we are unlikely to need anymore. Extension, rope. Aluminum cable, wooden pillars. How much are those worth? Water bucket we may actually just sell. Sapphire necklace. Bad. We're actually going to put the sunny side on the wall of our house rather than donate it. Place these AI chips away. Put away some of the seeds we aren't using. Alright. Dog food's still cooking. Those are still going strong. Alright, we're done with charcoal here. So we can now use this to make... Let's make some more stone bricks. You never know what you're going to need for tomorrow's commission, so you always want to have something on hand. I think we only needed one dog food for now. Let's head back out and talk to Scraps, see what we can get for him.
Good boy. Come on.
We need to go find Polly. Or talk to Polly. Oh geez, there's monsters. It's probably a little late to track Polly down in town, but I suppose we can We can try.
There were a couple of old relics with storage food inside.
Alright, looks like they don't quite have all of the voice acting in the game yet. That's alright. But hey, Scraps is our friend now. We can give him... Oh, how does Scraps feel about smoked meat? Scraps likes smoked meat. Well, that's good. Alright. So let's see, what else were we working on today? I think we are... I think we're about done. Let's double check the shop, make sure we've sold our fill. Yeah, we have. But we might be able to sneak down here. Yeah, it's all closed. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out to the desert. Oh, there's another DD stop up by WoW Industries. Didn't know about that. We're gonna go out to the desert and we're gonna go fishing to get a little bit more money. The desert, it does look like, is the best fishing spot in the game with the wise fish and the gladiator fish. So we'll see what we come up with. A couple hours of fishing out here. It's a flower. Dragon hearts. Very cool. Speech. And wood do we get from chopping palm trees by the oasis, I wonder. So some palm jujubes, some hardwood, some ironwood, some... So out here, it's worthwhile to catch the gladiator fish, the wise fish, or any kingfish. That's what will bring in money for us. They're all relatively easy to catch, and they have a combined average value of a bit over 300 goals per fish. So, we'll do well. Emperor gladiator fish. Now that I know we need the kingfish, keep a special eye out for that. But since all of these fish are just so valuable, we'll go ahead and fish until we drop here. I love the music in this game. It's very chill, very relaxing. It's nice and calming. I will say it does get a little bit repetitive at times. I'm hoping one of the content patches they do soon will sort of diversify the tracks between other kingfish. Between the seasons, you know, right now they have one summer music track and one spring music track, and they're excellent music, but the same thing for, you know, if you were to play through it straight, you can do about 3 days in an hour. There's 28 days in a month, so it's about 10 hours. Same track for 10 hours is a little repetitive. we have passed out. Alright. It's now Wednesday. So, let's see what we have today. So we've got some urgent mail. Let's check that out. Dawa. In order to keep the desert sand out of South Block, planting some poplar trees. Since can't plant the trees directly into the sand, I'll be planting them in the tree farm. Several planter boxes to keep the adult trees in. Alright, insulated planter box. Cool. See me when you have time. I need you to build something for me fast. We need to go talk to Carol. Alright. So the Civil Corps is out of work now. We need to get them some extra stuff. And then we'll get some results from the research center in 6 days. All pretty good news for us. Dog food. How long until our crops are ready? 43 minutes. So what we can do is actually just wait that out a little bit and go ahead and replant those. We'll refill our fertilizer tub. And that done. So we can go ahead and make our second DD stop for the deserts, for the desert bridge. Now that we have all the parts for that. That's some bronze plates, some hardwood planks, which I guess we put the other hardwood planks away. We'll go ahead and get those back out. Oh. 5 seconds. Oh, I'm glad, Tanya. It is a great game. It's definitely captured my heart. I've always enjoyed country life sims and building games. The idea that you can sort of take, you know, whatever it is, a plot of land, a world, you know, whatever the game happens to give you, and make something really cool on it is exciting. And we're still kind of in the meat of the game. So what I'm most excited about is actually finishing the main storyline so that I have a little bit more time to invest in things like just making my workshop look really cool. And there's nothing that's preventing me from doing that right now, but myself. You know, it's something that while there are quests to do, while I have sort of the storyline for the game, that's my focus. But knowing that that has something of an endpoint, and then this workshop just becomes a landscape or a canvas for me to paint on and to make the coolest workshop you've ever seen. That's something I'm excited about. That's something I love. And just the potential that it has.
Hi. I'm sorry, I wasn't a...
So that's what really captures this game for me. I know a lot of people really like the social aspects of it as well. Thought I saw a quest walk by. Yeah.
Hi. Yo, wanna spar with me? I heard why? We're a frontier town, that's...
Alright, I guess we're sparring with Sam. In town. That's cool. I beat you a couple of times before. I beat you at the contest. Beat you again.
Whew. That was...
You sure know how to fight.
Same goes for you. Thanks for taking time out of your day to spar with me. To be honest, I always have to be training, so I can keep up with our...
Alright. Well, that's fun. let's head in and see what sort of commissions await us today. Got a couple of 3 waste packs, 7 aluminum wires. So I don't think we can actually do aluminum wires yet. I'm not sure. The reason I don't think we can do aluminum wires is I assume that that requires aluminum bars, which you can't make with our current equipment. So 4 pieces of glass for the newspaper. We're actually going to do the 4 pieces of glass. It's a lower value commission, but at this point, commissions are not our single biggest source of income anymore. And we're already far enough ahead of Higgins that I'm not too fussed about it. You know, if Higgins starts to catch up, or if we miss commission days, then that might be something we take a little more seriously and really try and push those high value commissions to maintain our ranking. But while we have a comfortable lead, we can just sort of take our time and do things that we like to do. So sell off some of these fish that we got. Okay. And then let's go ahead and swing back by the museum and unload a few. Oh yeah, we needed to talk to Carol.
There you are. I'm sorry for asking
All this
you
way.
to come all this way, but I
Teaching
have a
Molly the
mission
other
for you.
day, and the sewing machine
See, I
broke.
was
It wasn't her
teaching
fault.
Molly how to
The
sew
machine
the
was
other
hundreds
day.
of years old.
How am I to keep up with the demand without a sewing machine? Ah, thank you. I had Petra come over and take a look.
No idea. Maybe.
Alright, so we need to talk to Petra. But let's swing by the museum first and put a few more fish in the tank. Now that we know we need kingfish for everything, that's sort of going to be our goal. But I'm willing to sacrifice, you know, a few hundred goals to get one of every type of fish in, even if they aren't kingfish just yet. So we still need the bubblefish, the frogfish, the Goliath, and the gladiator. We can do 3 of those. We don't have any frogfishes right at the moment, but we can put a Goliath in there, a gladiator fish, and a bubblefish. So. Go. So we'll come back with a frogfish at some point later. For now, let's head next door to Petra at the research center.
Carol's sewing machine? It's totaled. You can forget about fixing it. The model she had was I can help you research a sewing machine that we can actually make. I just need... Nice. These will do.
Alright, 5 data disks. It's done. So we'll get a new sewing machine for Carol tomorrow. Let's go for a ride. Let's go see... well, let's head back to our workshop and get started on some glass. Just make sure we have that for the Commerce Commission. Looks like... Alright, we finished up this set of carbon steel, so we'll go ahead and... We do have some glass, but we'll go ahead and make more, so that'll put us at 27. Let's go ahead and make 13 glass. It'll put us at a nice round number. And take a little while. Keep making bronze. Never enough bronze. Make sure that all of our machines have lots of fuel. This is going to be our carbon steel bar machine. While we do this, but yeah, we do not have the means to make aluminum yet, so aluminum wiring is off the table. Alright, we will go ahead and pick up that glass, though. We can turn that in. And then head on down and fish up a frogfish real quick. All frogfish will do. Wanted to put our back out there. So we'll Alright, here we go. Here we go. Hey, it's a frogfish. Just what the doctor ordered. Right, we'll interact with you. We'll pet you. Haven't actually checked on my horse in a couple days, so make a point of doing that when we get back to the workshop as well. I'm also wondering if we're at about the point where we can start looking for new clothing, because this this gear is nice, but we've been wearing it for a long time. We've leveled up quite a bit. I think we got this gear around level 20. We're now level 32. So we may stop by the clothing shop and see if there's anything new for us to try out. Because I like the Thor hat. I want something a little different.
I was there on opening day for the museum. The kids. Hi.
Right.
You know what? Next.
We will give you a power stone.
Oh, this is lovely. Hey.
Power stones are one of the universally liked gifts, and since they're so dang common, and you can buy them, that's why we chose to do that. You buy them from Total Tools there. They are a little pricey, but nothing you can't sort of come up with. So the uniform, which is what we're wearing, is still the best the clothing shop has for. Oh, the gala garment. And the worker's overall. So we do have new stuff. The worker's suit. And it's going for around 13,000. It's a high market price day. I'm not sure I really like the look of it, to be honest. Huh. So we'll come back to that. Let's sell some more fish. We have more fish to sell. We can sell that potato fruit as well. Excellent, excellent. There is one thing I wanted to see. That was, if I remember right, the church has some, like a white tuxedo that I think has better stats than what we're wearing now. So if we come up here and see what they're offering. Yeah, so white tuxedo, it's only level 12, so it's not as good as the worker stuff. But it's a fair bit better than what we're wearing now. 120, 30, and then 1 action point. And right now we have 90, 25, and no action points. So that's an option, is that we could buy... You know what, we'll buy the white tuxedo, and if we don't like it, we'll just not wear it. Got the money for it. Let's try putting it on. Oh, very dapper with our scarf too, right? Go. Alright. There we go. Sunglasses, scarf, beard, hammer. I think we're in business. So let's head on over to the museum, donate this frogfish we fished up. And then once again, the day is ours. You know, we've caught up on all of our quests. I think we can do the insulated planter boxes. This is the only thing we have left to be building. So let's see what those take. I think those take the large planter boxes, which we'll actually have to buy from the church as one of their resources. But it's alright. Alright. So we have one of every fish. Need kingfish for the banner fish, the firefish, the bubblefish, the frogfish, a couple others. But we have one of every fish. That was not the building I meant to go through. Alright, so let's go see what the planter boxes will take. See what we have to do to come up with those. So the large planter box we do have to buy. Cultivated soil we can make, and we have plenty of mucus. So we need 6, so let's get the blender started on 30 cultivated soil. Cultivated soil. That'll take a bit over a day. That's alright. Then I'll actually head back up to the church and see what it'll take to get those. Cool. A salted fish sword. Is it a proper sword? It is. There we go. Alright. We have a new weapon. Fish sword. I don't think we've talked to Ak yet today. Ak is one of the ones we want to foster a relationship with. He's actually able to come check out our workshop every day and do some chores while he does so, if we can get our relationship with him to where we want it. So that's one of the things we're working on. Alright, here we go. We need 6 large planter boxes. It's 2 data discs for 1 box. So we only have enough for 4 right now. So we have to go do some more ruins to get more data discs. So we can go mining. Let's go mining. I think that'll be good. You know, we've made a lot of carbon steel. I think we're probably getting a little low on iron. So let's check that out. That'll get us... It'll also give us a chance to prepare a little more for our next research, which I think is going to be another 20. I think we're out of the 5 and 10 data disk research options. So we'll go ahead and mine out some iron here. Just going to mine straight down until we're no longer in the iron. It wasn't deep enough, so we changed our strategy. Getting a few data disks. It's pretty random how quickly you get them. Sometimes it rains and sometimes it really doesn't. The good news is that with the advanced relic scanner, we can pretty easily locate some of the crates, and those usually contain a data disk as well. Alright, so let's try that. Let's see how we do. That's a washing machine. That's something else. None of these are crates. There's a crate. The crates are nice because they are sort of a guaranteed data disk in addition to whatever else you might get out of them. So you spend the time just mining down to them in order to get the various ores, and you have a chance of, you know, getting a data disk on the way, as we did there. And then once you get to the crate, you get a second data disk. I did see a hidden room down here as well, so I kind of want to check that out. Let's make our way down there. Let's see how our saltfish sword does in combat. It's these level 1 slow goodies. Well, it takes care of them. A leather sofa, another leather sofa. Alright, some goals and a fiber cloth. No data disk, sadly. But, 2 leather sofas and some mucus. Suppose that's worth something. We'll go ahead and port back to the ruin entrance to start again. Now, the other sort of technique I've found that's decent for finding data disks, other than just simply, you know, mining up the various crates we find, it seems we're actually in a really good place to do that right there, is to simply dig straight down. You end up with a hole all the way down to the base of the arena, or of the mine. But it's pretty quick, and you usually find at least a couple of data disks on your way down. So just in this fashion, we just keep going straight down. So that's 2 data disks we found while digging this hole. Once we reach the bottom, we fly back up, move over a few feet, and do it again. So there's 3. There's the bottom. Oh no, we dug too deep. Alright, so maybe not the greatest plan in the world if you can't get yourself back out. So here's what we'll do. We'll dig halfway down, then we'll do it. Now we have a sort of steps there for when we need to get back out. I've often wondered, like, is it possible to fully mine out one of these mines, you know, and what would it look like? What does this, you know, big central structure look like if you do that? And we are out of stamina, but we did level up. So let's go to a map. Let's get out of here. So the church is now closed, so we won't be able to turn in these data disks today. We are back up to 18, so we do need a few more. I think we were able to get 4 of the 6 planners we needed, so we need 2 more, so that's 4 data disks. And then we wanted to have 20 in reserve for our next research commission, and so that's something we will have to come back to at another time. I think that will do it for this episode. We're at about 1 hour and 25 minutes, so thank you guys for hanging out, and we will plan to be back probably tomorrow evening, where I think we're going to do one a little bit more at the sort of hours normal people keep, instead of going till 1 in the morning, and do one in the evening time for a nice change of pace. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good time. If you guys have any ideas for things you'd like to see in the stream, or questions about the game, feel free to let me know. I keep track of my YouTube channel all the time, and so I'm happy to help out. So thank you guys, and y'all have a good evening.